The following program is rated D for dumb. The following non-nominated, non-award-winning program is rated D for dumb.
That's correct, Harry. Thank you very much. Hey, everybody. This is Dave Canyon from Dumbing It Down with Dave, your one and only solo podcast host. The fastest podcast on earth, the fastest dumbcast, the fastest cardcast on earth, as we're about to embark on a journey to my job, which is also called my commute, on the New York State Thruway. It is March 17th. It is 2:14 p.m. Is it? Yes, it is. 2:14 p.m. I'm in my Kia Rio, my 2008 Kia Rio. This show has a subtitle, Pragmatism, Truth, Happiness, and the Search for It All. So thank you very much for everybody tuning in, however you found it. Thank you for sharing it. Thank you for all that you do. I greatly appreciate you coming along for the ride, enjoying listening to my commute, hopefully during your commute. All right, there you go. That's a nice little script. It worked out pretty good. I just made it up off the top of my head. It sounds pretty good. Hey, so what's the weather? I usually do a little weather report. Let me give you a quick one here. It is March 17th and now it's 2:15 p.m. Getting on the New York State Thruway. It's cloudy. It's not sunny out. Right here in the Saugerties area, getting on at the 101 mile marker, heading northbound up to Rensselaer, New York. First day out of 4 days in a row. Going to go drive my tractor trailer and work nights. And I like to do 2 half-hour podcasts a week, if it's at all possible. It's not always possible. Sometimes I just don't feel like it. And I'm coming off a couple of things here. For those of you who are new to the show, I'm coming off a 2-week podcation. That was nice. Was it intended? Not really. I just kind of took a break. I didn't tell anybody. I didn't think about it. I could have done 2 podcasts. I could have done 5 podcasts. I did none. And it was nice to take a break. I think looking back now, I probably could have just said, hey, listen, I'm taking a break. I'll see you in a couple of weeks. But I wasn't really sure that's how I was going to feel. I could have said that and then 2 days later said, you know what? I'll do a podcast. It doesn't bother me. And I was commuting the whole time. I wasn't on vacation. I just went on a podcation. And it was good that I did that. I needed a break. I need another break, as a matter of fact. I need breaks all the time. And I have been talking about the possible ending of the show. Because for whatever reason, I think it's possibly a good idea. That's it. Right now, there's no definitive reason. Like, oh yeah, Dave's got this to do. Dave's got this on his mind. No, you know what? I'm coming up with 300 episodes. That's a pretty good run. That's a really good run. And the consistency for the last couple of years, after I picked up Mile High Radio, milehighhiradio.com. They play my show supposedly on Mondays. I haven't checked in a while. I'm also on Sound Machine FM. I'm also on Crooked River Radio. Now I'm on Muck Radio, M-U-K, Muck Radio, every day, 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. If I do a half-hour show, Mike Myers, M-Y-E-R-S, from muckradio.com, and also from Radio Hope, a show that he does live every morning at 9 a.m. He plays my show regardless if it's a half hour or an hour. He just puts it on at 7 a.m. Whatever happens, happens. As far as I know, he's still playing it. As far as I know, he's still doing Radio Hope, that's for sure. I heard it this morning. It's a good show. It's live. He takes calls. He plays music. And he gives you a little bit of a religious message, a little bit of a Christian message without beating you over the head with it. Dave, I'm out. No religion. It's not like that. He doesn't go, therefore art thou, whatever. He doesn't, he's very unconventional. He's very unorthodox. I think that's in his title. And he wants you to excuse his humanness. So you're not going to get a lot of religiosity out of Mike Myers. You're going to get a lot of comedy. It's pretty funny. He does funny stuff. He says funny things. Like me, he says things, you go, oh, that's funny. He goes, well, I didn't intend it to be funny. And sometimes he does intend it to be funny. And usually he swings and hits. I swing and miss a lot. He swings and hits. Funny guy. All right. And I like him too. He's a nice guy. We've had some private conversations. So there you go. A lot of different ways to listen to Dumbing It Down with Dave, the podcast, the Dumbcast, the Carcast. And here we go. Let's do it. Let's just get to it. That's the icebreaker. For a little bit less than 5-minute icebreaker. Doesn't always have to be a 10-minute or 15. The other day, I think I did a show as a 29-minute icebreaker. Whatever. Who cares? Right? I don't care. Do you care? Some of you care. All right, let's see what I can do here as far as... I didn't have this set up? I thought I had this set up. Oh, this could be embarrassing. Let me see what happens here. Yeah, it is set up. Okay, good. All right, let's do some listeners' comments. I haven't done that in a while. I'm 8 episodes behind, but not really. I'm like 3 or 4 episodes behind, but whatever. This is episode 291, so the last completed episode was 290, and I think I already did the listeners' comments for 282, but I'm going to redo them just to get me started. There weren't that many. I don't think so. So let me just get restarted. Let me get warmed up. All right, there we go. And by the way, did I mention you can call the show? Did I say that? Yes. You can call the show. It's called the Dumb Line. The Dumbing It Down with Dave Dumb Line. You can also call it the Dumbing It Down with Dave Hotline. But, we'll go with the theme. Can we go with the theme of everything dumb? There you go. So the Dumb Line number is 3477. I really made it easy for you. 3477, I am dumb. How hard is that? 3477, I am dumb. The letter I, the letter M, dumb. Or if you like numbers, which is fine. If you're a little bit above the dumb fray, 347-746-3862. 347-746-3862. If you can, keep it under 60 seconds. And keep it clean for sure. I'm not that concerned about the time. 15, 20, 30, 45, like 60. Anything more than 60 seconds, you're probably rambling on. You're not an amateur like me. You're a professional, and you can ramble on. But keep it under 60 seconds. If you have to, rehearse it. Write it down. Do bullet points. All the things I don't do. Write down bullet points. Get your point across and get the hell out of here. All right, there you go. 347-746-3862. 347-746-3862. All right, episode 282, I Protest. I Protest. In this episode, Dave gets inspired and talks about the previous episode, work, life, and in general, and a protest that occurred in Washington, D.C. on the 6th of January, 2021. Yeah, I talked about the protest gone wild. That was kind of crazy, wasn't it? Still talking about it today, still making arrests. A lot of craziness around that whole thing. What's your opinion? Was it Antifa? Disguised? Was it, okay. I don't think President Trump said, hey, I'm leaving in a couple of days. Do me a favor, go down the block and cause havoc. That's not what he said. He said the same thing Democrats have been saying and the same things people have been saying for hundreds of years. Stand up and fight. Protest. Don't be a pushover. And he said patriotically. He said patriotically, and he said like politely, whatever it is I say. He said the same thing. Go down there and behave yourself. Just let them know you're outside. Go, hey, we're over here, and we don't like what you're doing in there. I mean, does he have to write a script for you? A couple of people went crazy, and everybody else said, well, if they're going to go crazy, I want to see what's inside. That's probably what happened. Somebody, if you really see all the footage, I bet you somebody said, hey, I'm going inside. It makes sense that one person is the crazy person, right? And then another person is almost as crazy, and then before you know it, the third person is less crazy, and it's just a succession of events. Before you know it, there's a rampage. Whatever rampage means. You got to use the right words, by the way. You really can't just say insurgency. You can't say like a million different words. What happened was, I'm not saying you can't say that. I'm saying you got to pick your words wisely. Dave, what are your words? I don't have any words. I don't even remember now, really, what happened. It was so long ago. I'm doing listeners' comments here. I'm just saying, everybody that blamed Donald Trump for it, like, really? Are you crazy? You can't, like my good friend, my good buddy. What's his name? Ben Shapiro. He says, yeah, Donald Trump might have raised the temperature. But he didn't say, listen, I'm going stage left. You guys go stage right and go wreak havoc. See if you can get one of you guys shot. See if you can break someone. See if you can steal some stuff. Nancy Pelosi's there. No. And of course, there's the question of the security. Why wasn't there more security? Why wasn't there anything? I don't know. It always seems perfect that there's just the right amount of less security every time one of these things happen. You ever notice that? There's always the right amount of less security. And everybody's always like, oh, no, I requested it. They denied it. Have we not heard this story before? Oh, yeah, we told it. Wasn't that Benghazi? I'm not an expert on Benghazi. I'm not going to open up the Benghazi can of Benghazi worms. I just remember hearing that somebody said, yeah, we've been requesting security for a long time. They keep on denying it. And I got to tell you, when people say that, I believe it. You know why? Because I've been requesting things at my job for almost 8 years, and it always gets denied. But not even really denied. It's more like, oh, no, it's coming. Oh, it's in the budget. Oh, it's in the capital budget. Oh, we're getting a new boss. Oh, we're getting a new owner. Oh, we're getting another new boss and a new owner. You know. Oh, no, we can't afford it. Oh, we did it, but we didn't do it all the way. I believe that humans are flawed and they're fallible. Fallible. They've never used that in a sentence before. Today's the first day, March 17th. Fallible. I don't even know if that's the right way of saying it, but anyway. So, there you go. That's my take on all that. Do I really have a take? Not really. I mean, it doesn't affect me. I'm over here. They're over there. I would never get on a bus to go there. And if I got on a bus to go there, when the thing that I went to was over, I'd probably go home. I probably would eat. Hey, you want to go to Checkers? Yeah, let's go to Checkers. I know they have Checkers in Washington D.C. They don't have a Waffle House in Washington D.C. They have it off the turnpike on the way home in Maryland. Yeah, you can do that. But you see, that's one of the problems I have with this whole thing. This, quote unquote insurgency. What are you doing? You stand there, Trump goes, blah, 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 and you guys go, yay! You're right, 4 more years, right? And then the guys, all right, show over. You go home. It's the same thing like when I do my job. Dave, how come you don't get in trouble? How come you don't, you don't get arrested at the bar, you don't get into fights, blah, blah, blah. How come? Yeah, because I go home. I go home. I don't get involved. I don't have a social life. I would have to have friends, I think, right? Or a drinking habit. I mean, what is there to do? By the way, I live in Saugerties, New York, population 20. No, it's more than that, like 20,000 maybe, I don't know. But, the population that goes out, they get in trouble. Not all of them, obviously not. But you know what I'm saying, right? I would never get on a bus. Let me just tell you right now. First of all, I would get on a bus. I used to drive a bus. I would get on a bus. I go on a bus to a NASCAR event. I would go on a bus to something fun. Dave, come on. We're all chipping in $20, man. We're all going to go. We're going to get on the bus. It's going to be air conditioned. We're going to have TV and movies. We're going to bring some beer and food. There's a bathroom on the bus, so don't worry. You can go every 5 minutes like you like to go. Well, that's not really true. I don't go every 5 minutes. I go when I have to go. It's going to be great. It's like a 4.5-hour ride to D.C. And then we're going to march. And Trump, Biden. And then when it's over, we'll probably find some trouble. No, I want to go home. I wouldn't do that. And by the way, when I drove a bus from Airways, I drove some union rallies. I would take teachers and whoever to union rallies. And I got to tell you, I didn't really pay attention, so I got to be honest with you. I'm always very honest with you. I'm always very upfront. I don't know if any of those rallies did any good. If I was a politician, and I've said this before on the show, if I was a politician, they say, Senator Canyon, I'm a senator. How do you like that? Governor Canyon, yes. Can you stop assaulting your aides there? And can you just pay attention? Yeah, okay, I'm sorry. All right, sweetheart, you can leave now. Pull up your pants. Get out of here. Get out from underneath the desk. Because, that's what governors do in New York. They abuse their aides. So, no, that's not true. I would have done it. That's true in New York. New York's like if this governor gets thrown out, by the way, if you're anybody who's keeping up with the current events in New York, it's going to be like, wow, how many governors have we had in the last couple of years that have been thrown out for sexual deviancy and whatever? Like a couple, right? 2? I think this will be the second one. Anyway, New York State. What a corrupt state. So, yeah, I drove a couple of union things, and I don't think anything ever became of it. I didn't follow it closely, but the people on the bus and the yakety yak. 4.5 hours later, you're in D.C. They go do their thing, yakety yak. The guy on the stage, oh yeah, if I was Governor Canyon, I'd be like, oh yeah, Governor Canyon, there's people outside your window. They're going no more years. I go, all right. I would close the window. Stop looking at them. Yeah, but they're putting pressure on us. No, they're not. You see, come here, moron. See these 2 fingers I got, like my 3 stooges I got? By the way, like a peace sign, guys? All right. Here, come closer. I'm going to put these 2 fingers on your eyeballs. Let me know when it starts to hurt. Ow. Yeah, because I just put pressure on your eyeballs. Come here, give me your wrist. I'm going to give you an Indian wrist burn. No. Well, I'm trying to teach you what pressure is. People outside my window puts no pressure on me. I wouldn't go, oh my God, what am I going to do? Oh my God, what am I going to do? There's people outside my window and they're screaming out, no more years. No more years. Oh, they want me out of office? Well, guess what? I'm in office. I didn't do anything wrong. You disagree with my politics? Tough SH exclamation point T. I know that's not how you spell it, but whatever. But I'm always amazed when you're reading the paper. Oh, so much pressure. What pressure? Pressure is when you put your fingers on my eyeball. Pressure is when you put your hands around my neck. Pressure is pressure. Pressure is what's in a tire. Air pressure, oil pressure, water pressure. Government, political pressure, that's for weaklings. Weaklings. Anyway, I mean, I realize that there's things that go on in politics. Yeah, there's a little bit of pressure. I get it. But people walking in the street, now I have a friend that goes, no, I think it's great. It's great. That's how we got civil rights. We marched in Alabama, blah, blah, blah. I get that. They went across that bridge, the famous bridge. I get all that. I think there was a time where marching made sense. I think there was a time where protesting made sense. I think there was a time where unions made sense. Oh, I get all that. By the way, for those of you keeping track at home, the icebreaker just went to 16 minutes. It wasn't supposed to be, but I just, I got a little carried away. So, yeah, I mean, I understand once upon a time unions made sense. Once upon a time having a vinyl record made sense. Once upon a time buying a CD player made sense. Well, how about a laser disc? How about a beta machine? Everybody went to VHS. Who saw that coming? I didn't see that coming. I was like, wow, there's beta and VHS? That's so cool. And then, I don't know, how many days later? No more beta. Beta sucks. We all went to VHS. I go, really? Oh, yeah, it's so much better. I go, really? Okay, I guess so. If you guys decide that VHS is better, I go with you. I don't know. That was news to me. We had both. My mother used to have all her soap operas. Every day she recorded a soap opera on her beta. What she was doing at 2 o'clock that she couldn't watch it, I have no idea. Well, I have an idea, but we already talked about that a couple of episodes ago. All right, so, the protest, whatever. Is that my opinion? I have no idea what I just said. But whatever it is I just said, for this moment, I truly mean it. And it makes sense to me. I'm not going, don't ask me to go anywhere on a bus. It's not happening. I would rather drive, really. Can we drive? If anybody wants me to go do something, oh, Dave, we're having the Million Bald Guy March, the Million Obesity Calorie Burning March. Oh, yeah, okay. I mean, if we're going to burn calories, I don't want to stand there and wait like, oh, here goes Bruce Trump Springsteen. Hey, everybody, it's going to be great. I'm coming back in 4 more years. By the way, anything you go to, they're going to air it on TV. I can't believe anybody goes to these things. It's going to be on TV. It's on TV while you're there. It'll be on TV when you leave there. It'll be on TV when you're in the bus. It'll be on the TV when you get home. It'll be on YouTube forever and ever. So you don't need to go. In this age of Zoom and teleconferencing, why is anybody going to a protest? I'm just saying. So if everybody's going to D.C. to do whatever it is that they do, not anymore, by the way, because apparently there's more National Guard in D.C. than there is in Afghanistan and a few other countries. That I don't get at all. I don't know what's going on in D.C., but they're apparently very scared of something, which should be, as far as I know, nothing. My wife said to me, how do you know? How do you know they're not going to do anything? I go, because this country has had how many hundreds of years and nothing has ever happened. One time, these guys get a little out of control. By the way, one of the people who was out of control was wearing, they call it 5 different things, but he was wearing like a Viking hat or whatever that was. I think the odds are that that'll probably never happen again. Well, I think that guy's in jail, by the way. He should been arrested by the fashion police. Never mind the the cuckoo head, the regular police, should have been arrested by the fashion police. I would really, listen, I don't like celebritying crazy people. I don't like, making celebrities out of serial killers and all people that are bad, misbehave, or the Kardashians. I don't know anything about them. I just know that, from what I understand, one of them made a booty tape or something, a sex tape, and then that's how they got famous. Plus, the one father of all of them was the lawyer that hid evidence in the OJ trial, whatever. I don't know what the truth is about it anyway. I'm just saying, this is what I know to be true. This is what's in my head. And it's okay that it's in my head. You have your stuff. I got my stuff. So I don't like making a celebrity of anybody. But I really got to tell you, if I owned the TV network, I would be battling inside my head going, do we or don't we? Do we or don't we? But part of me really wants to hear the Viking guy story from his childhood. I want to know everything about this guy. And at the same time, I don't want to. We're not doing any listeners' comments. You guys know that, right?
Is this the episode you wanted to do?
How come I don't hear that? I didn't hear that. Did you guys hear that?
Is this the episode you wanted to do?
Oh, now I hear it. Okay. No, it's totally not the episode I wanted to do. But, yeah, I would be battling in my head. Do it, don't do it, do it. Because he's a moron. He dressed as... But maybe he's not a moron. Maybe that was the greatest thing ever. Maybe... I think he's still going to jail, but... And you got to give him credit. He dressed up. I always criticize people for not dressing up. When they go out, they always like, oh, I'm in my flip-flops and shorts and a cruddy Izod shirt. Oh, okay, that's how you dress to Applebee's? I guess, I don't know. You should just dress up a little bit more for the Olive Garden, or just try wear a collared shirt and maybe a jacket and a tie. I don't know, something nice. Just kick it up a notch. So, I give him credit. Sitting in, whoever sat in Pelosi's chair, took her laptop, and all that. It's not right to steal, but everything that happened was wrong. It's all wrong. But the Viking guy, come on, don't you want to know a little bit? I want to know a little bit. I know that he was getting paid for public speaking before that, because I listened to another podcast, and he says, yeah, I've been at other events, and he's there speaking. The Viking hat. Well, whatever hat that was. Do we have a clear-cut definition of what that hat was? I feel like it's the Chewie hat, Chewbacca, and I hear 5 different things. I've seen it, but I don't really stare at it. It's a little disturbing for me. I'm like, I don't really want to look at this guy. Again, I don't want to make him a celebrity. But at the same time, how curious is it that he shows up at that rally? No other rally that I know of. And whatever. It's just dressing up like a Viking with his face painted. What is that from that Mel Gibson movie? What is that all about? What would be the event that you would get dressed up for? Like a Viking or like a princess or okay, here's my question. Here's your homework. What would you get dressed up at? What would be your outfit for a protest? You can't just say regular clothing. It can't be anything. I want to go like the guys from Green Day. No, you can't be a grunge musician. What would be your character? Okay, I tell you mine. I tell you right now, just for the fun. By the way, it's not like a quiz where you pass or fail. You just come up with an answer. My answer is I want to go like Speed Racer, and I would build one of those cars. Like let's make a deal. You know how the guy wears the barrel. When the guy goes over the water, whatever. I would be Speed Racer. I just made that up at the top of my head. When I go to a protest, I'd have a red scarf, white pants, black shoes or boots or whatever, and a white shirt with the big G for Go Team or Team Go on my shirt. And I would have my Mach 5 hanging from suspenders. So this way, if anybody wants to make a quick getaway, I got all those buttons. And I can just press the button like ching, 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 and we'd be out of there in 2 seconds. G for Go Team, for Team Go. Hit that F button, ching, 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 and I would get special tread. Like, dun, 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 dun. So what would be your protest costume? Now, and if you have different answers like, well, Dave, for the insurrection, on January 16th, I would have wore this. But if it's the Million Man March or the other one with the women, if you have different costumes, different identities for different protests, I'd like to hear that. And if it's too much to type and you want to call it in, call it in. There you go. I got some homework for you. 3, 4. It's not homework like you dread it. It's a creative project. We all get a chance to participate in Dumbing It Down with Dave. You got a picture? Send me a picture. I'll post it on the Dumbing It Down with Dave Facebook group or the Dumbing It Down with Dave Instagram thing or whatever. So, you got a video? Send me a video. I'll post it. Your character, your costume for the January 6th quote-unquote insurrection at the Capitol or anything. Whatever your costume would be. Let me know. I'm curious. Mine would be Speed Racer. Okay. There you go. All right. No listeners' comments. Why? Why would I do that now? We've gotten so far in the show. How you guys doing? How you doing? You right? Dave, when a host of a show says how you doing, it usually means the show's over. Why don't you just end the show? You'll have 3 minutes of credit. 3 extra minutes for another show. No, that's not the way it works. No, I do have something I want to talk about. What is it, Dave? Get to it. You only have a couple of minutes left. Well, I just want to say that I'm very tired. Dave, we've heard that before. That's this old news. No, I know, but I'm very tired because I've been very busy. I've been accomplishing things. Getting closer and closer every day to picking out a camper that I might use as a podcast studio for .001 Productions. I might just get a stick-built shed. I might. Getting closer on that decision, too. And things are happening. I'm optimistic for 2021. We're January, February, halfway through March. So how are we doing for the first 70 days? How do you guys think we're doing? You think we're doing okay with this Biden as president? You think we're doing better? You think we're doing worse? I see gas prices are going up, up, up. I don't know if that means anything, but they are in fact going up, up, up. They're not going down, 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 and they're not staying steady. But that makes sense. We're all coming back from the COVID. Did you get your shots, by the way? Did you get your shots? 2 of them or 1 of them? Do you feel better now that you got the shots? Did your arm hurt? Were you fatigued? I haven't got my shot yet. I anticipate I'll be one of the last. If they don't make me do it, I honestly can tell you, I might never do it. If they don't make me do it, I might never do it. If 99% of the world is vaccinated, or even 80%, I feel good about not getting vaccinated. And I'm trying to get rid of the underlying issues. The high blood pressure, the obesity, all that stuff. And I'm doing good with that. Things are going down every day. And I'll do a show specifically about it when the time is right. Oh, boy. A little exhausted there. Maybe it's time for a drink break. What do I got here in the old cooler? Oh, I got a little water with apple cider vinegar. I'm still doing it. Every day I have a couple of 20-ounce bottles, empty Pepsi Max bottles that I recycle, and I take a drink break. Here we go. Ready? Go. Take a drink break. I tell you, I like that apple cider vinegar. Just the right amount, and it tastes good. You put too much, oh yeah, it's no good. You can't put too much.
Time is running out.
I know.
Don't go over.
No, I won't.
It disrupts everything.
Yeah.
How much time do you have left?
About less than a minute.
Are you wearing your glasses?
No, I haven't worn them in a couple of episodes, but my vision's getting better now that I'm losing a little bit of weight. Things are going down. And speaking of losing weight, don't forget my buddy Luke Loses. Luke Loses right here in Spreaker. Look up Luke Loses. That's my buddy from another program. Out there trying to do his best to lose weight, and he has a podcast all about his personal journey. All right, guys, I'll see you next episode.
If you are enjoying these shows, please like and subscribe.
I love your accent.
Also, share them with your social media. Feel free to comment in the Spreaker chat box or call the dumb line at 347-746-3862. Please keep your messages to 60 seconds or less and keep them clean. No profanity. Keep listening and engage. Do it because I asked you to. This is the Raven out.
Out.